fire up a joint here and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't. I had lung cancer, so
Oh yeah, you can't smoke it. Yeah,
yeah,
makes sense.
I was doing all edibles at that time.
Okay. That was like the weed and the edibles. Was that when you were done with chemo? That just like made you more comfortable and took away all the symptoms of the chemo,
Right.
and it helps you eat, give you an appetite.
Helps your appetite. Yeah, it does all those things. And you have cannabinoid centers in your body. If you don't do cannabinoids, you're cannabinoid deficient. So it's just eating it or putting it in your food, a fresh marijuana is really good for you.
Now, did you consume marijuana prior to this, or was this like the first time that you started actively
I told you
consuming
earlier,
weed?
I don't obey laws that I think are unjust. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So no, I did marijuana before, but I smoked it. I didn't do edibles or anything.
Right,
like
yeah,
that.
you just smoked it.
I just smoked it. I never had a problem with it. Never, ever, ever had a problem that would justify any time in jail, any time in. So I thought there was none of the government's business.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have any effects. I couldn't overdose. All those things that other drugs give you problems they give you, marijuana does not.
Now, why do you think Florida's so far behind when it comes to
Republican legislators.
He didn't even have to think about it.
Republican legislators?
Yeah.
Why are they holding it back? Why are they holding Florida back when it comes to legalizing
Because the
marijuana?
special interests watch the marijuana. This is not just marijuana. This is everything. But the marijuana thing. Do we have a ruling for floor grown that says that we can that we have a right to
Floor Grown is your company.
Okay. Right? We sued and got an injunction, and then we sued, and then that was upheld in the appellate court. That says their statute that regulates marijuana and the way you get a license is unconstitutional because they have given the licenses to their friends. It's crony capitalism. Just a few companies in violation of the constitutional amendment, just a few companies have been given licenses. They are unregulated, and no one else can get a license. And that's anti-American. That's un-American. Free enterprise is the basis for our capitalistic system. They have taken that away. I have a right as a citizen of this country to a license just like everybody else does. You do too. You have a right to fair competition, to go in there and compete against the other ones if they're limited numbers of license, to compete against them and have your chance like every other American does. And the Republicans, they give you all that lip service, and then they do just the opposite. They gave the licenses to their buddies.
And their buddies are the ones who own these companies that are growing marijuana.
I'm talking about the money. We were talking about the money. And then what they do is the legislators, actually they do it in other ways, but they call for contributions if the companies want something done.
Right.
By saying keywords and stuff like that. And now the companies that have the licenses give them a bunch of money, the legislatures, so that's why you have the problems here in Florida.
Now,
they buy the legislatures. They buy them. It's out in front. They're brazen. I don't understand why anybody lets them do it. They do
and these are these companies they're just
not
growing.
Just marijuana, the energy companies, all these companies that have X's, they have monopolies on everything.
Opiates?
They go into an area and they're the only one that services that area. Electric companies. You have different electric companies, but there's no competition in this one area. And that's crony capitalism. I have a right just like everybody else. That's America. That's equal opportunity. And that's what I fight for.